to be owning your own content in the metaverse. Something you don't have, something the internet was supposed to be. Reason why this is an incredible trend. And we raised money through our security token, similar to private placement. Purchased the largest virtual real estate. It was the largest purchase on record at $5 million. So partnership with TCG World, the largest 4K, they say the largest 4K open metaverse, but it's only a truly open metaverse I know of where it's a two-way street. Where it's open. It's DeFi. You can create whatever you want and make your own money where you're looking at Facebook. And these are great. They have a lot of money. And sometimes Frank say, well, you have some of these in your portfolio. What about Roblox? And you talk about the metaverse. It's not the true open metaverse. They're calling it a metaverse, and they're great companies and generate a shitload of revenue. And Facebook has 3 billion people that they are going to just force into the metaverse. But a company like that at 500, well, it's probably like 400 billion, but it was $1 trillion market cap, Facebook. More access algorithms to know the customer than anyone on the planet, with the exception of maybe Google. And they're changing the landscape of that company to get into the metaverse. That's the first good sign. Not to mention, McKinsey just came out with a report, which is remarkable. And they quoted Chipotle. I'm going to get this wrong, but they quoted Chipotle. And the CEO was like, hey, it's a metaverse. It's confusing, whatever. He's like, am I going to put 5, 10, 20 million into it? He goes, no, but I'm going to put 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. So they created this thing, and I think you get a free burrito, whatever. And it led to like millions and millions of people going to the metaverse. And they were like, holy shit. It's the reason why. Go to Decentraland. You're seeing Decentraland is a good company, but it's just, when you're looking at the graphics, it's not I'm not saying that, they're going to go out of business or anything. It's good, and you're seeing the major companies, but sign up to their weekly newsletter, Decentraland. Look at all the events that are taking place. Every week they send it out. There's like 20 events on there that are going on. I mean, millennials and millennials aren't young. You're 40s. It's like 80% of them have purchased stuff in the metaverse. It's trends for real. Now you're looking at all these, and McKinsey came out and said that it's going to be a $5 trillion plus market, and put that in 2030, and to put that in perspective, I think it's last year, like $900 billion was spent on AI. Think about that. I mean, this is it. It's here. It's in front of you. So for us, doing this deal at perfect timing was great. Now, it's going to transform our company. I love it. It has so much direction in it. It keeps our core values. Going to have access to lots of names. But the bad news is we no longer hold that record for the largest virtual land purchase, which I told you we weren't going to hold it for long. Because 2 days ago, esports platform GG Tour, they followed our lead and just paid $102 million for land in TCG World. $102 million, 20x over our record. And I can tell you, it's not going to be the last one. So you look at GG Tour, it's going to be named GG Tour City. That's their virtual property they're going to build. Aims to become the virtual world gaming and entertainment hub. There's going to be selling some of that real estate around them. Something that we're doing as well to gamers and things like that, where they could build and innovate. Because when you're building on these things, it's only going to cost 5% compared to 50% for a lot of these other sites. That's why it's not a true metaverse. Is open. You can make money. You own your content. It's open. Everyone benefits. Everything else is a closed metaverse right now. And when they're closed, that company makes the money. Everything you do on there, they make the money. That's not a true metaverse. That's a great virtual online platform, but it's not the definition of a metaverse. And there's going to be a bunch of these. They're going to be viewed as streaming companies. But to see the amount of money being raised in this, and then this deal come out 2 days ago in this market, I mean, for me, I'm expecting a ton more, even bigger names, especially with TCG, because as more people look at that and compare it, they say, holy shit. Again, I'm not crapping on Roblox, which I think is an absolute steal, which I thought was a steal at 80, 70. It is 35. I mean, this is a company that got lumped in with a lot of bullshit. It's not even that expensive, generating a shitload of cash flow. Yeah, they're seeing, a little bit slower growth in the people that use the site, but the people that use it are on there forever. My kids are on there forever. They buy shit days one at a time. $1 here, $5 here, $3 there. And what do the parents do? Like me? Just buy it. Because if I don't, they're going to be like, oh, daddy, you want to do this, and you're working and you're doing that. And, I spend a ton of time with my kids, but you're like, hey, you know what? Just do this for a little while and leave me alone for a little bit. I just got home from work in 14 hours a little bit. Give me some time. Yes, have fun on it. The amount of money that comes into that platform and Fortnite and stuff, it's insane. It's insane. It's insane. And hopefully you guys are watching this on my YouTube channel because our AC broke. I'm in Florida. It's the hottest week in Florida. So I'm actually sweating right now, which is awesome. So you can see me sweat. I'm actually wearing an Under Armour shirt. If you're not watching this, listen to iTunes. More and more problems. So I was away, just got back anyway. But getting to this deal, I mean, it was incredible for us. Really incredible. You look at TCG, it's already built. Alpha version where you see all the YouTube videos, but they're going to everyone before they launch it, and people saying, hey, this is amazing, but let's do this, let's do that. All these developers helping them out. Creating this whole gamified experience that's going to be cool to hang out and fun and tell your friends about. And these guys are running a conference I'm going to be speaking at, and I'm probably going to be doing all the interviews with all the people who are going to be on this platform, who own commercial real estate. And most of these guys have access to names that are not even the millions, but tens of millions. Many of them are investors. That gives us access. We have credibility. We have a security token. We're purchasing real estate in the metaverse. We're not some shitty company that's like, oh, let's get to the metaverse. Let's get part of this trend. No, when I talk about this, I'm passionate about it. This is where I believe the future is. Could I be wrong? Of course, you could always be wrong. But I've been tracking trends my whole life, telling you about trends before they happen, attending the right conferences, knowing the right people. I mean, my problem is I got into a lot of these things early. I thought the metaverse was early until, again, McKinsey coming out saying how big of a market's going to be, at $5 trillion plus, and all these firms. I don't care about what they say, how big it's going to be. I know how big that is in trillions. It's bigger than almost every technology trend I covered. EV, AI, data analytics, cloud combined. That's how big this is. But you need to see the money pouring in. And the amount of money that poured in and still pouring in, and people buying real estate in this market, you're saying, wow, the crypto market's getting killed. Well, the virtual real estate's not. They have to find ways to sell things, and now you're seeing companies get creative, and it's working. For a company like Chipotle to say, listen, I don't really know that much about the metaverse. I'm not going to pour $5 million, $10 million into it, but you know what? We're going to start with 100,000. So he said he started with it, and massive. And Travis Scott, I mean, you probably have to 200 million views on YouTube. Because he had a concert in the metaverse. This shit's for real, guys. I know it's hard to figure out. My job is to make it easier. Learn this stuff. Learn everything I possibly can. It's like saying you're learning everything about the internet when, social media is 10 years old? 12 years old? I mean, cloud. Remember when cloud came out? Nobody knew cloud. You used to look up the sky. What the hell is cloud? Everyone knows what cloud is. You have your phone. You better back it up on a cloud. If you're getting a new phone, everyone knows what cloud is. But the cloud was a very difficult term to tell people. It's storage offline. Now you could not, that's what cloud, that created the boom in 5G. It created the boom in data analytics. And now you could store. And you can't store. There was a limit to how much you could store. Now you almost have unlimited storage. Which means you could have faster internet speeds. Now you could, data analytics. You can analyze data quicker. AI takes off. Everything takes off once cloud took off. Now everyone knows what cloud is. That's the metaverse. I know you're like, well, this virtual thing, am I going to play a game? It's not that. It's much, 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 much bigger. And they're having a conference, TCG. It's going to be awesome. Again, I want to say thousands of people, tickets that they sold. It's in Vegas. I'll give you guys a scoop. All you guys are going to go for free who want to attend, and you can meet me there. But we're going to be speaking when it's speakers there, and we're going to have access to everything across the board and access to all these people. But if you're a credit investor, still time to come into our land deal. We're raising money. We did very, very well. It's only open to Curzio research files for the first 3 weeks. So we had a deadline on it, and we saw amazing demand. And well over $2 million, so close to $2.5 million in a capital raise. And now I'm talking to funds and getting out there and partially with this trip that I just took, and very, very great talks right now, especially now that this $100 million deal just came in. Now it's like, holy shit, wait a minute. So, we locked in our terms months ago. So if you're still interested and people saying, hey, can I still get in? Yes, you can. You absolutely can. You can go to CurzioEquityOffer.com, watch the video pitch deck presentation first. It's not that long. Watch it. And you'll understand it. I don't want you to say, wow, yeah, that sounds good, Frank, I'm in. Just watch it. It's for credit investors. And if you want the paperwork or anything else, you can go to CurzioEquityOffer.com. Read everything. Read everything. We're a small cap company. We're risky. But the direction we're heading is pretty cool. If you want to subscribe, you can do everything through that. If you're not a credit investor, and I get that a lot, Frank, I wish I was a credit investor. My job is to try to make you a credit investor. I'm trying. I know we're getting set back a little bit here. You have first bear market you saw in 12 years. We usually see them every 5 before the Fed went nuts and said zero interest rates were buying bonds forever. Now it's blown up in their face. But for those of you not, you can go to T0. You can purchase our security code, CURZ. It's like a stock. You have equity ownership in our company. Make sure you do your own research for buying a token, stock token. And again, it's not marketing, but that's a way. They're like, oh, I wish I could participate. You can participate in it. You can by doing that. If you want. If not, no worries. But it's on TCG. It'll probably take us 24 hours to open up an account.